Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Arika Parr, and today we are learning about Kota, digital excavations in African art. So you were telling me about this Kota back from centuries ago, and it protected the ancestry, the relics of the ancestors back in Africa. And it all came about because a scientist found it, right? A computer engineer found it.
Well, these works have been known. It's just that we didn't know much about their histories. Because of colonialism, because increased missionary efforts, this tradition really was in decline by the 1930s. So there's certain things that we knew and conjecture about how these objects were used, but then in most recent years, Frederick Cloth, the curator of the show, brought them together in this database. And so at the Pulitzer, we have the first survey of these objects, but then we also have the technology component that Kristin will talk more about.
So if I go, when I come to the exhibit, what will I see?
Yes. So we have about 50 of these reliquary sculptures, but one of the unique aspects of this exhibition is that we worked with local software and game developers to create a couple of digital tools for people to experience, because it really is about this intersection of science, technology, and art history. So we have this really fantastic immersive digital experience. So what that means is that we've created a space where you can feel like you are immersed within the 2,000 object data set.
Okay.
So I think we have an image actually of what that experience is like. So it's no, that is of our residency space.
Okay.
Which is another aspect of this project. But what the immersive technology is it's a 4-wall projection. There it is.
Oh, okay.
And viewers can actually come play and explore with the data that Frederick used in co-curating this exhibition. So what you have is a touch screen in the center of the room, and you're presented with the 50 objects in the exhibition in drawing form, which is how Frederick really approached these objects. So he started drawing them and using traditional formal analysis techniques to look at how, what are similarities and differences, thinking about different attributes. So the crowns that we see on the objects, or the eye shape, or the lozenge shape, which is the shape of the arms. And how are these more alike or different from each other? And he really used that algorithm and came up with the arguments in the exhibition. So what we have is a way for people to experience that algorithm and understand these relationships.
This seems like a movie. Like, this guy needs to have a movie. Like, he's so detailed.
Yeah.
So this seems like it has to be something you really have to go see.
You really do need to see it to experience it. And what's really great about this experience is that you can play the game, but you can also step back and watch, because there's a lot that you can do through active participation, but you can also have more of a passive experience. So in addition to this immersive tool that we have in the show and the objects, is that we have a residency that we are working on with the developers who produced the immersive tool. So the residency is that we're going to be working with Rampant over the next 5 months. You saw some shots of the studio. That's the studio. We're calling it the Proto Lab, and they will be working with us in this space in the galleries through the end of the exhibition.
So what are they doing exactly?
So they are using Frederick's data set, but they're also creating new data. So they've created an application which viewers can come play with on these iPads, and you can build your own Kota. So what we're doing is we're taking visitors through the process that the artists went through when making these sculptures. How do you select different components and different attributes to create a unique object? Because every single Kota is different. And so there are slight differences.
Wouldn't there be like a spiritual component to making these Kotas, though, as well?
Yes. And so there's one aspect of this residency that is really looking at them formally and as a data set. And then we're having other programs associated with it as well that really looks at power, spirituality, and different social issues.
I love that. I love it. And I love that you guys are having St. Louisans come to this very cultural experience. To learn more about Kota, digital excavations in African art, or the Pulitzer Arts Foundation, visit pulitzerarts.org. There's more STL Live after this. Stay with us. Thank you so much for coming.